some of you asked some questions, of which I'll try to answer here. But last week we spoke, well, not last week, we had the bishop here last week, of which again was very nice. Did you all see the bishop last week? You did? You saw the bishop? Very nice. It was nice to have a bishop here. I'll talk about when a bishop comes and the bishop's throne and who are priests, bishops, deacons, priests, what's the difference? I'll talk about that at a different time. But I had some questions over here, and I'll read the three of them. And it says here, what happens if we don't go to heaven? Philip asked the question. Very good. It's a good question. What happens if we don't go to heaven? Well, there's another place. There's another place that's not heaven. And it's called hell. You knew that, right? That's right. You knew hell. So, it's so important for us, all of us, that we be with heaven. And here the other question here was, why is God always with us? Because God created us. God became one of us. God is with us, always. God is in heaven. He actually made all of us. So he stays with us because he loves us. We are his children. There's a beautiful saying in the Bible that says, God, Jesus, but I'm paraphrasing, God came to earth as a human being, so we human beings can be God's. In other words, his son, we could be his sons and we could be his daughters. So that's what heaven is like. Heaven is beyond our understanding. Now, remember when I asked you all to read the creed a couple of weeks ago? I said for all of us to learn to read the creed and to actually learn it by heart. It's important because many of these questions that you ask are in there. Many of the questions that you ask are in the creed. So when somebody says, what is your faith? And if you know the creed, you'll know much about who you are as Orthodox Christians. And it has here, are people invisible when they rise to heaven? Well, from us, they are invisible. Why? Because we not only have bodies, we have souls as well. And the creed talks about that as well. Yes?
Your body is
Yeah.
under or off, and your soul goes to heaven.
That's right. That's right. Not the body. What happens is that when we leave this world, that the body is buried, and the soul that we cannot see on earth goes into heaven. But can we see it? Can we see the soul? The people that are in heaven absolutely can see the person, the souls. We will all we will all know each other in a very different way. We will love each other in a very different way. And that's what heaven is like. And it says it here as well. So again, who can read? You can read. You can read. Many of you can read. I suggest that you take this, bring it home, but bring it back because we don't have too many of them, and read them and then get to know them. When we say during the liturgy, I want to hear your voices. I believe in one God, Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, and of all things, visible and invisible, and more. So I want all of you, again, to be able to do that. And of course, the Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Who knows it by heart? Well, by heart. And I believe, and these again, what you have here is the official writing in English of the Creed and the Our Father. The way we see it is the way it was given to us by the Archdiocese of America on how to say the Creed and how to say the Our Father. And it's in here. And this is what you should follow, and this is what you should say. So in the epistle today, the epistle is that we read the Bible. We read the Bible every Sunday. We read the Bible. I don't choose it. It's given by the church what to read. And the the epistle means letters, to write a letter. It's an epistle, a letter, and these are by saints of the church that wrote certain letters to the churches of Christ. In today's epistle reading, I want you to get the weekly also. It talks about Paul is the one who writes. St. Paul writes to the Corinthians, and what does he say? He says, I was sent into heaven. He said this, I was sent into heaven. And what I saw is beyond words, and it was so joyful. It was so beyond. He's sent into the third heaven. That means there are numbers of heavens. 1, 2, 3. He was into the third. I believe that we all go to the 10th heaven. I'll mention that later. I say I because the church doesn't preach it, 10th heavens. But he said that he was in the third heaven, and it was so beautiful, so beyond even our words. So that is what heaven is. Heaven is being with God forever and forever and forever. All of us will die once, but it's not really death. We are immediately alive. The soul is always alive, and we hope and pray that it goes to the kingdom of heaven, where we will be there forever and forever. So again, not only children, but all of us, I say, when we recite the creed, to say it together. We say it in Greek, if that's your language and you feel more comfortable with it. Greek is fine. And if you say it in English, that also is fine. Just repeat the creed to say, I believe. That's the only prayer, by the way, that I believe is I. Because there's a pledge that I make, not for everybody else. I make a pledge. I believe that one God, Father Almighty, is the creator of heaven and earth. I believe it, not we. We don't talk for each other in the creed. I speak for myself in the creed, and we say, all the other prayers are us or we. So again, I encourage you again to take them and read them and keep the questions coming. We will try to answer all of them, and they're very good questions. They mean a lot to all of us. And again, may God bless you this day.